Hey everybody, it's Mike here. Today I'm here to talk about FC24. And if you haven't known, this is basically FIFA 24. They just no longer have the FIFA license. This is also a great opportunity to rebrand themselves and completely improve the game from the ground up. Now, have they did that? Stick around to find out. Now, gameplay wise, the game's still awesome. It's a lot of fun, and same great fun you're going to get last year. But then again, there's no big change. FIFA 23 had awesome gameplay, so I can't really praise them for that. They've added small little tweaks to the gameplay. They've added play styles, which are kind of signature skills given to certain players, which some of these are kind of OP, but yeah. They've also included women in Ultimate Team. You can also upgrade your players in Ultimate Team, and those are the really big changes this year. Now, in terms of the career mode, it's quite disappointing. It's not too much that they've improved on, and I think this is a huge missed opportunity. They have a new brand now, the FC24. They really should have took advantage of that and really shown what they can do, but of course EA, they just did copy and paste from last year. In manager career mode, they added something called coach management and tactical visions, and you can assign various coaches depending on your budget and kind of the different positions in football. For example, if you hire like a coach who specializes in defensive techniques, your players will improve defensively. And you can hire coaches not only based on your play style, but also tactical vision. So you can hire a coach who specializes in counterattacking. And I think this is a cool addition. However, it's not like I'm not mind blown. I'm not happy with the state of career mode. They could have did a lot to improve the overall quality of life in career mode, and this is very small. This is a very small improvement. And to be honest, this addition of the coaching staff and the scouts, it's great, but I might have noticed it when I first set up my career mode, but then I'm just ignoring it, and I even forgot that feature even exists. So I'm sure many people are going to have this similar experience with the career mode. Guys, I'm very disappointed in this career mode. I spend a lot of time in career mode, and other than Ultimate Team, like I just feel like EA is back to their normal routine of just recycling previous year's games instead of kind of innovating. And they really should have innovated this year with a whole new FC brand. You know, they should have shown how they can shine without the FIFA brand, and they failed to do that, quite dramatically so. Of course, the game is still fun, but FIFA was always fun. It's always great to play football, and it's the same great graphics and everything, but they just didn't improve and enhance on last year's game, and you're pretty much paying for relatively the same product as last year. And the sad part is I know EA is only going to benefit from not really improving their other game modes. People are going to continue to dumping millions of dollars into this Ultimate Team, and it's really pathetic. I don't understand it. I don't support EA at all right now. They really need to just focus on innovating, improving their games. And this was a great opportunity to kind of show what they can do with their new FC24 brand. And they just failed to deliver. Very minimal improvements across the board. I spent a lot of time thinking of what to talk about in terms of improvements and differences this year, and it was very difficult to even do this review and discuss what differences were made, because it really wasn't a lot. It's just very small little tweaks they're making. Even the graphics pretty much look the same. EA has a very strong monopoly over the football sport. They're able to sell this game like crazy, and it's almost like they're too big to fail, and they don't really need to put much into it to get a lot of sales. And I think that's what's really holding these games back. I think it would benefit if EA just took a year off to kind of rethink of how they want to release the game with some actual new features, some actual new improvements in career mode like we've been asking for, and perhaps we'd get a good product. But unless you're only going to play Ultimate Team, I couldn't recommend this game. I really can't. I'm sorry if I sound not very enthusiastic about this, but this has been going on for so long, not only with FIFA, with a lot of their other games like NHL. They're just re-releasing the same games with new player ratings, and you know, they're adding women as playable players, and you know, that's great and all, but we're not gonna spend you know, $80 to $100 just to play as women, right? It just doesn't make sense. And unless all you care about is Ultimate Team, then you're gonna be disappointed like at this product like I am. And I wholeheartedly can't recommend this, and not only for your entertainment, but I don't think we should be supporting this crap anymore. But that's how I personally feel about it. They've added something called Hypermotion V, just some fancy word for them adding more animations, but I personally didn't really notice too much of this. One thing you might notice is some of the players will sprint differently. You know, certain players have their signature sprint, but really it's very marginal at best. The animations were already pretty good last year, and I think they just expanded on the animations, and you won't really notice it unless you're really looking for it, and it essentially looks like the same game as last year. Another kind of notable presentation improvement is the post, pre-game, and halftime cutscenes. So they've added little cutscenes, nothing to really interact with, but you know, after a match you'll see you know, interviewers talking to players and stuff like that. Nothing amazing, but you know, it's something I'd appreciate, and it definitely helps the feel of the game. But then again, they've also removed the pre-match walkouts and lineups. So this was a part of the game that really makes it feel like you're watching a football game, and I'd have no idea why they removed that. But then again, that's EA, right? So they kind of took a step backwards in terms of presentation, and I have no idea why. You know, in terms of actually feeling like a football match, and you know, kind of replicating that presentation of a real football game, I feel like FC24 is actually taking a step back from FIFA 23. One slight improvement I did notice is the menus do look a lot better. They're a lot more sleeker, cleaner, easier UI to navigate. So that's a positive improvement there. But that's all for this one. I really can't think of anything else to say about FC24. I'm not recommending this one bit. I highly recommend you wait a year at least to see what they come up with. But right now, this is not the football game that's going to give you the joy as previous years have. I still remember, you know, 10 years ago, or like FIFA 14, those were great games. They added a lot of new features, man. This FC24 just is very underwhelming, and you know, I'm going to be generous by giving it a 4 out of 10, and I just highly recommend we start avoiding these type of games so that they kind of innovate and actually improve on their games. So yeah, that's all for this one. If you like this type of review, feel free to check out my channel and consider subscribing. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.